The New Imperialism, Chapter 25. Silk, tea, and porcelain were all Chinese goods that Europeans and Americans wanted to import in large quantities. The British went to war to impose a free trade in opium on China, which is known as the First Opium War. It ended with the Treaty of Nanjing in 1842. But there was a second Opium War, which taught the Chinese that the British were prepared to enforce free trade. India was considered to be the jewel in the crown of the British Empire. The East India Company saw India as a place to make money through economic exploitation. Parliament permitted British Christian missionaries to work in India in 1813. This was the first time Britons would challenge the religious customs of Indian Hindus and Muslims. The Sepoy Rebellion was the most extensive resistance against any European power that occurred in the 19th century. The Government of India Act was the British political response to the Sepoy Rebellion. Prime Minister Benjamin Disraeli pushed through an act of parliament that declared Queen Victoria to be Empress of India. Spheres of influence are defined as a region, city, or territory where a non-Western nation exercised informal administration influence. The partitioning of Africa, where European powers partitioned Africa among themselves. This is J.A. Hobson, an English economicist and journalist who published Imperialism, a Study. Hobson believed that capitalist economies overproduced, which caused manufacturers to press the government into imperial ventures to provide new markets to sell their excess goods to. This is V.I. Lenin, who adopted and modified Hobson's ideas in his book, Imperialism, the Highest Stage of Capitalism, where he stated imperialism is the monopoly stage of capitalism. The French created a belief called civilizing mission, where European nations had a duty to bring their benefits of their higher culture and superior civilization to backwards people. This is Joseph Chamberlain, the colonial secretary of Britain, who argued for the empire as a profit and economic security that would finance a great program of domestic reform. This is the Panama Canal, which was an example of U.S. imperialist ventures in the Western Hemisphere. This is the Scramble for Africa, where European powers sought to maximize their strategic control of the African territory. This is the Suez Canal, which connected the Mediterranean to the Red Sea, which reduced the distance from London to Bombay by half. This is the Battle of Omdurman, which demonstrated the capacity of European forces armed with the most modern weapons to decimate a vast Sudanese force armed with less advanced weapons. This is King Leopold II of Belgium, and he wanted Belgium to acquire many colonies despite the Belgian government's lack of interest. This is ivory, which was a prized possession used for decorative purposes, and jewelry, which was found in Congo. Diamond mining took off in South Africa in the late 1860s. Tools for imperialism include steamboats, conquest of tropical diseases, and firearms. This is Hiram Stevens Maxim, who was the inventor of the Maxim, the first wholly portable machine gun. This is Kew Garden, the center of a vast network of botanical research. And this is Joseph Dalton Hooker, the director of Kew Garden, who persuaded collectors from around the world to send specimens to Kew Garden. Thank you.